Everybody has that one scene. That one scene. No matter if it's in an anime, in a manga, in a video game, in a movie, in a TV show, every single person has at least one scene that they can recite word for word. You wanna know what that scene is for me? Do y'all wanna know what that scene is for me? You see it in the videos every single day. Volume 61 up there, and the legendary Shonen Jump issue right here. You want to know why that's there? Not only is it because Return to Sabaody is absolutely magnificent, and such a spectacular arc to begin our beloved time skip, but it contains a scene that's just goated. Are you ready for this? Are y'all ready for this? Let's turn back the clock. PX5! Woo! Boom, boom, boom. Shh. Boom, boom, boom. Too slow. Nani? Tomare nai. Gia secando. Gomu gomu no. Jetto pistolo. Mugiwara, he's using hockey. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Come on. Yo, there's certain scenes out there that are just too legendary not to know by heart, man. That's a Santa Hat level moment if there is any. If there is any. We go playing PX5. I mean, bro, it's the observation hockey, it's the too slow, it's the do. Yo, episode 521, man, that's a banger. For years, that was my favorite episode post time skip until they started releasing all these bangers. But it's just such a magnificent moment. And the thing is, oh, well, actually, I haven't even given the intro to the thing. Welcome! See, that's how hyped I was for this moment, man. Welcome to the celebration of 1,000 episodes of the best-selling manga in history's anime adaptation, where we come on here every single Saturday and discuss one of my favorite moments in the series leading up to episode 1,000. And today, as you can obviously tell, we're going to be talking about that return to Sabaody greatness, specifically when this man, Monkey D, came back post time skip and was like, listen to me. I'm the goat with the coat now, you know what I'm saying? Post Rayleigh training? Y'all don't want to see any piece of this. And I love it so much because it just shows how great of a storyteller Oda is. Because you could already Return to Sabaody by itself is already a testament to that, right? I mean, the emotions that we felt seeing these characters again as it was their reunion of legend, you know, how they slowly but surely popped up, and we would see them in these little moments with the fake straw hats, and it just made me realize how much I love the real straw hats. I mean, magnificent stuff, right? Absolutely genius. Y'all know how much I love Return to Sabaody. But this moment in particular, not only is it feeding my hype brain, which absolutely loves stuff like this, but it is the perfect representation of why it is that we needed this time skip. And the fact that we returned to Sabaody after what happened in the original one, where we were overwhelmed by one pacifista, showcases why this needed to be done and why Oda decided to go this route. It just showcased that, man, every single one of them is now ready for the new world. And so when the captain is faced in a similar scenario, except now he doesn't have the rest of his crew, he's by himself. He has been exposed. Everyone sees that he is the real Monkey D. Luffy. We had build-up throughout the entirety of Return to Sabaody up until this point, showing how he has, you know, harnessed his observation hockey and how he has become proficient in Conqueror's hockey by being able to use them at will, you know, against Damaro Black and whatnot. Like, he was, you saw. So it was only a matter of time before we actually got to see it in battle. And what better way to showcase the very first fighting sequence post-time skip than against the same pacifist that caused them to separate in the first place? Luffy by himself looks at that thing The lasers that they originally couldn't do anything about. He fires 3 of them. And this man, Luffy, simply stated too slow after easily dodging. That's how you knew that they were just on a different level right now. And then when the Gear Second comes out, because for a long time, especially pre-time skip, it had to get in the pose. You know, go like this, Gear Second, every single time, Gear Second. Now, it's like, oh, only my hand. Dude, and it's like, whoa, on, bro. So he gets the Gear Second, and then he just instant transmissions above the Pacifista. One-shots it with a simple jet pistol, and that thing is gone. No sweating, no, not like last time, man, where it took everything in their might. It was like the Oars fight all over again. Nah, son, now we good. We ain't worried about no Pacifista who? PX5? You better bring PX0 through 100? Y'all ain't ready for this. Y'all ain't ready for this. And it was just so goated, man. Like, I go back to this moment every single time, and it's such a satisfying moment because, like I said, it showcases the genius of Oda as a storyteller because we saw what happened last time. We saw how much it took to take out one of these things last time. So to see how easy it was able to be taken out this time, and it was in the manner that it was done. It was done in the most rawness and swag and just hype-inducing, running through the veins fashion possible. And it was so dope. In both the anime and the manga, it is a scene that just gets me going every time. Where I'm like, dude, this is One Piece right here, man. It's that good stuff. And I just love it, man. It's always been that center part of Return to Sabaody because it's obviously an arc that I really adore. I always love arcs like this, but I feel like One Piece just had the best time skip in terms of bringing the characters back and the way that they brought them back. That's why I love Volume 61 so much, you know, with having the post-Marineford stuff leading into Return to Sabaody, you know, showcasing how much we love them, how much we miss them, and how much we want them together. And all of the stuff like the message and what everybody's willing to do in order to allow, you know, the Straw Crew to have a brighter future, to ensure something like this never happens again. And so when we come back after the time skip and we see all of these characters that we love so much and how much they have grown and how much they've progressed, how much they've changed. And it was just such an amazing sequence of events leading from chapter 598 to 602, and then same thing in the anime from 517 to like 523, I think it was. And it's just a spectacular arc. And then right in the middle of it is this. And then, of course, right after this, Rayleigh looks at him and is like, Rayleigh, I'm going to do it. I'm going to be king of the pirates. And after you see him pulling the pacifist, so you're like, yo, do it. Go out there, man. Big Mom, Kaido, they don't want none of this. None of this. Bring on Shanks, dog. I mean, you know, the hype was real. And it's fantastic because Luffy exits, because I originally was like, yo, he's about to box this man, Sentomaru here. And so he's like, yo, PX7, go after this man. Don't let him get away. And that's whenever he meets up with Zoro and Sanji again, man. And we see both of them easily. Zoro comes in, 3 sword style. Sanji, Diablo jumps, bah! I broke his neck. No, I cut him. Fantastic stuff, man. I love this moment. I love this arc. And it had to have been on this list, man, because for so many years, that was my favorite hype moment in the series. Since then, for me, it's been surpassed. You know what I mean, bro? With the stuff going on right now, go to Nigashima. So it's been surpassed, man. But at the time, it was most certainly my favorite and most hype-inducing moment in the series. I mean, come on. It's like, how could it not be? You know, now y'all know how much I love these characters, and to see them do that. I've rewatched that scene so many times. I remember when I first got the first Pirate Warriors on the PlayStation 3. This was back in like 2012, dude. Somewhere around there, man. It's been a long time. And it was like the first One Piece game that I could play past, I think it was like Skypiea was the Grand Adventure on the Wii. So it was the first One Piece game that you could play Enies Lobby and Sabaody, Impel Down, you know, all that stuff, Marineford. And so when Pirate Warriors 1 came out, and you start off, I think you start off the game doing this against the pacifist, and it's like, then you eventually get back to it, because it's that classic You know how like Super Metroid, for example, you start off with all of the abilities and then you lose them and you have to gain them back. That's what Power Warriors 1 did, and it was really cool. Like you start off with all of Luffy's abilities, then you lose them because you start from the beginning of the series and make your way over towards when you eventually get there again, and it's super dope, man. I love that game, but specifically just playing that moment further made me realize like, yo, this is that scene, man. This is that scene. And I love it. It is the truest definition of a Santa Hat level chapter, and it's why I loved a certain chapter that takes place later on in, if you're an anime only, look forward to chapter 1000 animated. That's all I'm gonna say. But it's this moment is why I love that moment so much, right? Because it's like, oh snap, you know what I mean? Because it's basically this, but like times a million. You know what I'm saying? So I just I love it, and I'm so glad that Oda decided to come back with this after the time skip, because it just, this arc was just a perfect reminder of why I love this series. It had everything I absolutely loved about the story, but this moment was just like, man, we're not ready for the New World. They're about to go in, son. So yeah, man, let me know what y'all thought about this moment or Return to Sabaody in general in the comment section down below. And how did you experience it first? Through the manga, through the anime? Listen, man, the experience for this arc, I have already gone through this arc so many times, watching reactions in both the anime and the manga, and it's just one of those sequences where no matter what, it ends up hitting, because you finally get to see these characters after a certain point, after this massive time of being separated from them. And it's seeing them reunited and how it led to that point, and just, it's so good. So good, man. But yo, I'll see y'all next time. Everybody's an awesome of a day. Take care. Love this moment, man. A truly a masterclass moment.